Ashley, Garrett, and Robin are insanely happy. They have graduated from high school and today is their graduation. It's summer, college, and moving to other cities. But tonight they're going to a graduation party to hang themselves. Ashley and Robin are twins. Garrett has been their best friend since childhood. It's their last party together before they move away. Garrett wants to videotape their last night together so they can look back and remember how young and carefree they were. While the sisters were getting ready for the party, Garrett took a walk around the huge house where the twins lived. On the first floor, he met Mr. Harris, the girl's father. He looked strange and lethargic. He muttered something unintelligible to himself. Garrett thought Mr. Harris had had too much whiskey, so he walked around the house. Ashley and Robin were fighting. Ashley didn't want Robin to drink too much at the party. Robin said it was her business, and she was going to get drunk and lose her virginity. Suddenly, the lights go out. Ashley starts to get nervous and panic because she is afraid of the dark. Her sister tries to calm her down by telling her that she is a big girl and there is nothing wrong with the dark. Meanwhile, Garrett comes to the sisters and says that there are no lights in the whole house. They decide to go downstairs to find out what's wrong. In the living room, they meet the girl's parents. Mr. Harris behaved clearly inadequate. He panicked and shouted incomprehensible phrases. The girl's mom said their father had just had too much to drink. Mrs. Harris told them to light the candles and head back to the room. The friends were unsure of what to do, as the party was still hours away. They decided to just wait until the lights came on. The girls apologized to Garrett for having to watch their father's eccentric behavior. When they heard the sounds of breaking glass and a strange noise, they went back downstairs to check on their parents. As they went downstairs, they saw there were traces of blood on the floor and someone's feet were hidden behind the projector screen. A second later, they made out Mr. Mitchell's neighbor in the darkness. His face and eyes were bloodshot, and he was acting strangely, whispering the same words, "Don't look, don't look, don't look." Mr. Mitchell tried to attack the friends and take their phone. But Robin took a knife and told Mr. Mitchell to get out of their house. The neighbor got scared and ran away. There was a noise in the kitchen. The friends came running in and saw Mr. Harris banging on the refrigerator door, throwing food on the floor, and shouting the same words that Mr. Mitchell had shouted. With their combined efforts, they were able to calm their father down. Back in the sisters' room, the friends didn't understand what was going on and why these strange things were happening. Garrett started to panic. He told the girls he had to go home because he was worried about his parents. He said he would come back as soon as he was sure they were okay. As soon as he disappeared behind the door, the girls heard strange noises and their friend's voice. They looked into the hallway but saw nothing, so they closed the door in fear. The girls were really shaken up and kept pretty quiet, startled by every little sound. They heard Garrett's calm voice again, asking for help. With a bit of courage, the sisters opened the door again. Garrett's face and eyes were covered with blood, just like their neighbor, Mr. Mitchell. Garrett said he could barely see. He was scared, his hands shaking with tension because in the darkness he couldn't even see who was attacking him. All he could hear was cold breath and something trying to suck his eyes out. Ashley was freaking out, shaking like a leaf. Her heart was pounding so hard it felt like it was going to jump out of her chest. Garrett was blown away and totally freaking out, so he said he would go to his parents anyway, even though he couldn't see anything. His sisters tried to talk him out of it, but he was determined. As soon as he walked out the door, there was a strange sound and silence. The girls mustered up the courage to leave the room. There were bloody footprints on the walls and on the floor. They started down the stairs and found their parents and Garrett. They were all dead and their eyes looked like they had been sucked out. Robin heard her sister let out a scream and turned around. Ashley's face was covered in blood and her vacant stare made it clear that she couldn't see anything either. Robin quickly took her sister back to her room. After locking the door, the sisters sat on the floor and hugged each other. Robin tried to comfort her sister, who was crying and saying she couldn't see anything. They sat in silence for a moment, and Ashley said that this monster that kills everyone is afraid of light, so it attacks only in total darkness. Ashley was silent again. Then there was a sound from the phone. Robin looked at the screen and saw that the phone was low on power and would turn off in 10 seconds.